and welcome to the program. I am Sharon Ijason. On Labour Lens this week, we will be focusing on local government autonomy. But first, let's take the news. We will be right back. The Nigerian Labour Congress has urged the federal government to ensure that the implementation of the new minimum wage does not exceed September 2018.
Clearly, two of the tripods of social partnership, i.e. labor and employers, are already in agreement over the national minimum wage. We urge the last remaining leg of the tripod, which is the government, to do the needful and give Nigerian workers a deserving new national minimum wage before the end of August 2018.
At the 61st yearly meeting of Nigeria Employers Consultative Association, NECA Director General Segun Oshinowo spoke on industrial harmony, which he says will foster growth in the Nigerian economy.
And over the past 61 years, NECA has been working with the other social partners to maintain industrial peace in Nigeria. And through that, we've been able to support the growth of the Nigerian economy. We've been able to boost Nigerian productivity. We've been able to improve the lot of the workers. So to that extent, I think NECA has played an important role in the development of the Nigerian economy as we have today. Yes, we've had our challenges. But by the time you take account of all that, one key achievement of NECA over the years is the promotion of industrial harmony.
We believe that we, the government and labor, we call ourselves social partners, and we all have the same responsibility, the same objective, which is what? To keep improving the socio-economic interest of our country.
Organized private sector NECA agreed to pay the new national minimum wage once it's passed into law.
The national minimum wage you have kept down for almost 5 years cannot meet the reality of today for Nigerian workers. So in principle, we are in support of that. But the issue of the quantum or the level of the increase is something that will be subject to negotiation, which we already have in the National Minimum Wage Committee. And as our members had faithfully in time past implemented the national minimum wage, the Nigerian people can count on employers to faithfully implement the outcome of the ongoing discussion on national minimum wage.
The Employers of Labour Association also introduced 33 new businesses that have joined the Nigeria Employers Consultative Association. The Maritime Workers Union of Nigeria has expressed dissatisfaction over the deplorable state of access roads to the nation's seaports, especially the Oshodi-Apapa Expressway, saying it is totally unacceptable. President General of the Union, Comrade Adewale Adeyanju, accused the federal government of breaching the agreement reached with the union that the Oshodi-Apapa Expressway would be motorable before the end of July.
This ultimatum that was issued out was as a result of the dilapidated road, and I don't want to say whether we're about to renew it or to review it, but the NEC will give us their word on that. If they have failed in their obligations as a government who promised that second quarter of the year they are going to do something, and I only commended them for the effort being put in place in Apapa Road, but the Tinker Island port is as bad as anything. It's not motorable, and the activities there is not good.
Other labor leaders of the union spoke on revenue leakage in Nigeria Ports Authority, adding that the union is aware of illegal ship-to-ship operations in West and Central African waters offshore.
The situation still remains same. Every day you see trucks lying off the road, along the road. There's a traffic gridlock every day. And the place has constituted a haven for hoodlums to attack our members. And of course, our members do trek to work and to back to the office every day. It's becoming unbearable. Of course, our ultimatum subsists We hope, we pray, and that before the end of the ultimatum, the road will be fixed. But I doubt whether it can be done. But if it's not done, I think the union will go back to the drawing board and take an action.
Ship to ship, transloading that is going on in the midstream. There are things that are involved. Number one, there is financial leakage. And we are stating and saying, Tropical West Africa Nigeria Limited, there is no refinery in Lagos Shore. There is no refinery in Cotonou midstream. If there is such, they should tell Nigerians where it is. And so every of the product they bring in, such products come from outside and they should pay in dollars. Nigerian Ports Authority does not have the authority to give them any form of waiver. Nigerian Ports Authority should charge them the accurate money they are supposed to pay. If they are seeking for waiver, they should go to federal government. It is federal government that will give them waiver and not the managing director of Nigerian Ports Authority.
It was concluded during the NEC meeting that industrial action appears to be the only option to draw government's attention to the plight of workers, business owners and residents of Oshodi Apapa Expressway.
As a local government worker, I think we've not been enjoying all what we're supposed to enjoy for us to perform optimally. And you will agree with me that when you have a financial autonomy, we are going to enjoy our workings in the local government, because there are a lot of things that the council chairman and the executive are supposed to be doing. But because of the fact that they don't have the autonomy, I think they are constrained to do all those things. So if we have local government autonomy, I want to confess to you that there will be a lot of developments that will be visible to the people.
Local government autonomy, it is an important aspect that will change the life of local government workers, positive change. It will bring what we call independence to the staff, to workers generally. It will bring what we call freedom, what we call good staff welfareism to workers all over the world, in Nigeria especially. We want local government autonomy because we want people to stand up and face up the challenges we face in the local government.
Noge has led the struggle. Prior to this time, I'm sure Mr. President is even number one supporter of local government autonomy. What we need to do, and I'm sure the Senate and House of Rep in their resolution then support local government autonomy. It is this emperor, I mean emperor by all these our 30 governors who are leaking the local government. And you see most of them that are even with state governor now in the Senate, they see the difference now. Most of them when in the Senate now, they now support local government autonomy. But when they are in the state, they believe in emasculating finances of local government. I think the pressure, protest, and every other union means to get the governor to change their mind. Whether we like it or not, the state assembly have gotten their financial autonomy now. I'm sure they will see why local government should get their own as well. By the moment they are independent, they elect their officers by themselves. The moment they are left off the upstream of the state governor, they will see that without independent and financial autonomous local government, the development we are currently for, we might not get it. Look at South Africa, the US and co. All these people, our big men going to abroad, they were living in council flats. They were where they were all these buses and so, health sector and so on. It is being all the services because we are closer to the grassroots. And without finances, absolutely nothing could be done.
Autonomy is very good. And one, the local government is the most nearer to the community, to the grassroots. They need to be given the autonomy so that they can make an active effect to the grassroots people. Example, construction of road, construction of drainages, and some other important issue that they can handle on their own without looking to the states or the federal government.
The best way for any system to work is for independence of each of the tiers. And so we have a tripartite meeting not too long ago, and we concluded to look into the issue of autonomy for local government so that Nigeria as the leader in Africa will also meet up and match up with the advanced economy in the world. And that is where we are moving towards to.
Local government autonomy is one thing that is long overdue. It is to salvage the entity called Nigeria, which is the only solution to what everybody is dreaming of, which is, of course, democracy. It is the cradle of peace. So there's no how you want to talk about good governance. There's no how you want to talk about dividends or giving back to the people without local government autonomy. I want to tell you that local government autonomy is embedded with so many gains. Like we all know, that's the closest government to the people. And if anybody is going to feel anything, if anybody is going to talk about good governance, if anybody is going to say that this government is our government, then there's no how you not talk about local government autonomy.